everybody. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Lydia Forth, Senior Social Media Manager here at RivalMind. And today we have a very special guest, Nick Acosta from Acosta Cinema. Thanks for joining us today, Nick.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Lydia.
Nick owns his own videography business, creating beautiful videos for weddings, events, and elopements. Nick, I know you live in the Chicago area and you do a lot of weddings downtown, but I also know you travel for some weddings. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we love traveling. I mean, we shoot mainly like you said, like Chicago suburbs. We've traveled to Iceland.
Whoa, so cool.
Yeah, to Palm Springs. And I love any kind of traveling I can do. It's just so fun. It mixes things up. But mainly Chicago is where we film. A lot of times we'll go to like Wisconsin and like Michigan too. So.
Oh, love that. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep.
So as you know, Nick, RivalMind has our own social media service specific for the wedding industry and for vendors like you. But you already do such a great job with your social media that I wanted to have you on the show today, talk about what you're doing on your social media and how you use it for your business.
Yeah, totally.
So the first thing I want to ask you is, what kind of content are you posting?
A lot of times I'm documenting what I'm up to. So like every weekend I've got like a different wedding shoot that I'm on. And I try to keep the content kind of interesting and engaging, specific to the shoot that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I just did a wedding this past weekend in Chicago, and I used the drone a couple times. So I threw up some shots of that.
Yeah.
Some of the shots, like the bride getting ready, like with her friends in the morning, and anything that keeps it kind of like interesting for my my followers to look at. Like I try to keep it fun and engaging with all my shoots.
Yeah, I love that. And
specifically on the stories, I was going to say.
Okay, yeah, on Instagram stories.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then what do you post during the week when you're not on shoots?
You know, if I'm at a coffee shop editing something, I might post a little like blurb about it. I try not to document everything about my life. Like, hey, I'm at like Meijer buying some groceries today. Like, but I mean, within reason. Like sometimes I might have a funny idea, and I just kind of showcase that because a lot of it is showcasing my personality.
Yeah.
And specifically like who I am as like a person, and not just like a vendor.
Yeah, I love that, especially because with your role, you spend quite a bit of time with the bride and groom on the wedding day, capturing a lot of footage of them. And so they want to know what your personality is and want to make sure you're a cool person, to spend all that time with.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, so I think that's awesome.
Right.
So I want to know, Nick, do brides reach out to you on social media, or are they reaching out to you a different way?
So they're reaching out to me to engage with my content. A lot of times they'll be like, oh, I love that shot, or like, I can't wait for you to get like a drone shot at my wedding.
Oh, so sweet.
Stuff like that. Yeah. But a lot of times when they're interested in like pricing and stuff, they'll like go to my website and ask about like specific dates.
Yeah.
But even like past brides, like there was this past weekend in Chicago, I just did like a little shot of the city, and a bride that I shot in 2021 was like, oh my gosh, like I remember our city wedding, like that was like so cool.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about that is like we have such a relationship built through social media. But like she might like think, oh my gosh, like you're getting married in Chicago. Like I remember Nick shot my wedding. It's just a good way to like reinforce like the memories that she's had working with me.
Yeah, for sure.
And to just have that relationship still.
I'm sure one of your biggest referrals comes from past brides and grooms, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'd say like a huge percentage is past clients just referring work. Yeah.
That's great. I love that. And I love that you can use social media to keep in contact with them, remind them of who you are and like the great work that you do.
Yeah, it's fun to have a good time with it.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So I want to talk a little bit about how the wedding industry differs from other industries. I know before we were filming, you kind of talked about you felt it was less competitive than maybe another industry. Tell me about that.
I think it is. You know, like there's so many weddings to go around in the Chicagoland area. I mean, like there's so many venues. We were in the city. Again, I keep bringing up Chicago this past weekend, but like at different spots we were at, there were like probably like 5 or 6 other couples, like sometimes in like different areas. So it's Chicago's huge, and like there's so many weddings to go around. And so like when I work with another videographer, for example, if I feel like they do a good job, like I'll just pitch them work. Yeah. And they'll pitch work to me, and if there's a weekend where I'm busy, and I just have too much going on, I'll be like, oh my gosh, like he's got a great business or she's got a great business, and I'll just refer other people. So I feel like a lot of times it's about like that community, being friends with each other, and it's not really about like how many can I get for myself, like specifically in the wedding industry. And it also holds true for like DJs and like florists and event planners too. Like we all want to just help each other out. Yeah. And a lot of us are just good friends. So like it's a great industry to be a part of.
Yeah. I know I've seen you guys tagging each other before, like tagging a planner or a DJ, or, taking a photo, like great to work with you again, because you haven't worked with each other in a while, which I think is super cool.
Yeah. And a part of it too is on the wedding day, you're all a team. You're all trying to accomplish the same thing together.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you might, like have like, just like that camaraderie at the end of the day, like you all accomplished it. So
yeah,
it's really about that teamwork versus like competition.
I love that. Yeah. And I think especially in videography, there's kind of different styles between you and different videographers. So how do you handle that?
Yeah, so if somebody reaches out to me and like I can tell like they only want like a certain edit done, I'll be like, okay, like he can do a great job at that, or she can, and like so a lot of times too with that competition aspect, it's like, well, this client might not want my style, and I just prefer somebody else's style that's a better suit. So there's that, and then pricing too. Like if I'm priced at a certain tier, I know that somebody else is priced at a different tier.
Yeah,
I'm happy to refer somebody else. So
yeah, that's great. I love that.
Yeah.
So Nick, I want to know, what would your advice be to other wedding vendors who maybe don't know what to post on social media or don't feel like they have the time?
Yeah, I'd say document what you're up to. If you're on any kind of video shoot, just say like, hey, I'm at a shoot today. Like here's what I'm filming today. And keep it interesting. Like if the thing is, if you enjoy it like yourself, and I like, let's say I post, I'm like, oh, that's like fun to watch. Like chances are somebody else is going to find it fun to watch too.
Yeah. So true.
And just don't overthink it. Like post anything, just really anything that's relating to your work. But like we said earlier, don't be posting like too much every single day, trying to like, just give yourself a huge shout out every single day, but like really document those specific times where you're on the shoot or you're editing or really anything where people can get a chance to just kind of know you better, like, and just don't overthink it and have fun, and keep it kind of funny too. Like I feel like the funnier my posts are, like those get more engagement sometimes.
Yeah, I love that, kind of lighthearted.
Yeah, lighthearted. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think from like my experience in my own wedding and being in some friends' weddings, I've always found it so fun when like the florist posts like a video of the flowers that just came in, and you see like all these flowers everywhere, and like I have a hard time imagining how that's going to become the wedding flowers, but it's just so beautiful, or to see after the wedding like something that the hairstylist took of all of our hair. It's just really fun to kind of see those behind the scene moments and feel even as a bridesmaid that you had like a special part in that day, and those people like helped make the day perfect for you. So
and I think too, like especially the story feature is a good way to like broadcast like behind the scenes, and I just say if you're doing anything in the wedding industry, just document it, and don't overthink it, and have fun too. Like just having a fun time documenting stuff is key. Like it's really fun for me just to post like stories on wedding shoots. So stories are a great feature because they only last for 24 hours on Instagram, which is an awesome way, like you said, to post those behind the scene things. And I know that it can feel like a lot of work for people, and it is a lot of work to post on social media, but that's why RivalMind has our own service. We actually manage social media for wedding vendors, and our social media specialists post content that is actually unique to your services. We use high quality photos of your services, and then we also post those behind the scene things for you. We reply to all comments and messages and pass any leads directly on to you. Essentially, we keep your social media running in the background while you continue doing the great work that you provide for brides and grooms and their families. Like Nick said, being part of that team to make that day happen. So I know Nick doesn't need our services because you do a great job, but maybe there's some people watching that do. We would love to talk with you about how we could help you achieve even bigger reach on social media. I'm Lydia Forth. Thank you, Nick, for joining us. Yeah, thanks so much, Lydia.
Anything to add before we sign off?
That's it. Just have fun posting on social media, guys. And
yeah, all of Nick's stuff will be linked below. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time.